Hi everyone, me again. I want to take the time to actually introduce myself. My name is Doris Raymond. I am the proud owner, overworked owner of The Way We Wore vintage clothing emporium in Los Angeles. I'm just coming up to 40 years in this business, and we're doing these YouTube episodes to share the beauty and wonderfulness of vintage clothing. And because it's green, I think it's also a great thing to focus on, to just be mindful of what you acquire. One of the comments that we've had on more than one occasion is that I should mention what I'm wearing. And the first time we got that comment, I replied that I really don't want to make it about me. It's really about the fabulousness of the clothing and accessories. But this week we will make an exception because one of my favorite pastimes is traveling. And when I travel, I spend a good portion of my trip looking for indigenous things that I can either collect or wear. And I bought this wonderful hand-embroidered dress in Mexico 2 years ago. It's one of my favorite places to go and visit because it's so close to Los Angeles, and there's so many different subcultures that make different things. I'm not 100% sure what region of Mexico this was made in, but I believe it is not Puebla and not Chiapas, but I'm close. And if any of you know what region this was made, please mark it in the comments because I'd love to learn. And then this wonderful beaded necklace, glass beads, three-dimensional, and we will have photographs so you can see close-ups of these. And I believe that this is made by the Huicholi Indians because they use glass beads in their artwork as well. But if I'm mistaken or you have other insight into where this is from, I'd love to know. This week we're going to focus on new acquisitions because it gives us a variety as opposed to just focusing on one subject. And I'm going to start off with the pieces that are on the mannequins. This wonderful polka dot and striped dress is 1970s by Varon, who's also known as John Bates, a British designer. He was huge in the 70s and also the 60s. And what I love about it is the way it's constructed. You can always tell quality when you see how they make an effort to match things. Like on this, the stripe lines match, so it looks like one piece of fabric, but it's actually metered. And details like the buttons, and it's got a very long peplum. And then on this mannequin, we also have a 1970s, a very boho, but sophisticated boho. It doesn't have a label except for I Magnin, and it's this funky kind of blend. It's a jersey blend. But what I love about it is it has a chinoiserie print, pagodas, and in order to amplify the print, they outlined a lot of it with sequins. And Mike matched it with this heavy-duty, I think it's Egyptian Revival necklace that is Judith Lieber. So love that. And that necklace can also be worn as a brooch. It has a pin finding in the back. Now we'll move on to the accessories that are like within arm's reach. These shoes, I've had one other version of this over the years. Just, it's like candy to me. The color, the fact that these curly cues are wired so you can change the direction that they go in, and it's an ankle. Somebody added this silver, but it's a slingback by an American who now lives in Spain, Beverly Feldman. She does incredible shoes. If you Google, you'll see a lot of her shoes are whimsical, and she's not as prolific as she was in the 70s and 80s, but she sure as heck I mean, when I see her shoes, I grab them because I know they're really well made, and the designs are just great. Shoe designers like to reinterpret her designs because they transcend time. And then these wonderful boots are Italian. They are with patch appliques of, looks like military or regal background, and then it also has stars and buttons. And they're by a company that I am not familiar with. Maria Grazia Ripari, made in Italy. And quality boots, gently worn, a size 38. And as we move to the other side, these are the perfect autumn boots. Patchwork with tapestry, velvet, and leather. And then the fabrics are connected with a bullion trim, like upholstery trim almost. To add a little bit of movement and color to your wardrobe, I bought a few necklaces that are good. They're great. This one is under $99, and it's basically a choker with this long fringe. And if you can imagine putting this on any plain dress, it really will amp it up and spice it up. Yeah, boat neck or strapless. And then this fabulous late 80s necklace is plastic with plastic faceted, what looks like glass, but it's not, it's plastic. And this is also under $99. And last but not least, we have this explosion of color, which almost looks like an alien. And there are earrings, we have earrings that match this too. So I like to get things that can transform plain garments into not so plain. And it's an inexpensive way to change the look in your wardrobe. So then, one of the things that we get a lot of requests for in the store are dresses by Jessica McClintock. Her company's known as Gunne Sax. She's based out of San Francisco. I believe she started in the 60s, in the late 60s. And she became really well known for her bridal, but there's a particular style that screams Gunne Sax. And this is not Gunne Sax, but it looks like Gunne Sax. And it's oftentimes with the sleeve detail or the lacing in the front, it's reminiscent of days gone by. And I'm not talking about the 20th century. And then, this is actually a Gunne Sax dress with the flutter sleeves. And it's not quite prairie look. That was Ralph Lauren in 1981 or 82. But I could see a bridesmaid or a bride wearing this. It's and it's something that'll never go out of style. Lightweight. And this is very reminiscent of Gunne Sax as well. It's a flocked cotton fabric. There's no label. It's homemade. But it has what I call poodle sleeves. And high-waisted. So you can tell these dresses are from like 68 to 72 when I was in high school. And then 70s are known for their bold prints and their enormous collars. So this is a great variation on the theme of patchwork. Could be a hostess dress, could be a summer garden dress, and very relaxed. Beautiful mixing of the bold daisy print with the polka dots, and then it has this tame lace. One of the things I respond to when I'm shopping is Glam, and this it's like a true A-line polyester, but you know what? You put it on and it looks like $1 million. Deep, deep décolletage. And then with this belt, but can we talk about the bottom? Very Jean-Jacques Gabor. And a character piece. I mean, if you were to wear this and walk into a party, all heads would turn. Guaranteed. And for me, it's about the silhouette and also about the fabric choice. This is a beautiful metallic brocade, and it's by someone I've never heard of before. And if you're watching this, I apologize, but I think it says Hella Barbara Rank. Beautifully made, drop waist, pleats on the bottom, and then these gorgeous kind of mosaic, I think they're glass buttons in the back. It's the kind of cocktail dress that I think will never go out of style. It's beautiful. And we get back to the animal print. This 80s, this crazy 80s. If there's probably 5,000 of these because it was such a popular print and style. Fitted almost like a hobble dress. This one has a long peplum and a little kind of bustle flap. Lightweight. It feels like it's a blend. Good dress for the summer, day into evening. But you can see why I respond to these things. I think that there's a level of classic, and I also look at how something is made, like the neckline on this. It's just beautiful. Even though it was an inexpensive dress in its day, and it is an inexpensive dress today. Okay, are you ready for this? In this day and age, it's good to have big balls. Double entendre, yeah. So I've never seen pearls this big before. Could not resist them. They're pretty heavy, but once you wear them for a little bit of time, you don't feel them anymore. And this can accessorize really anything and glam it up. It's been matched with this gorgeous cotton jacquard Emmanuel Ungaro, say that 4 times fast, skirt and blouse, or skirt and jacket. What I love about this is the cut of the jacket. It's got dolman sleeves and a peplum. And if you look at the jacquard, it's paisley, but you can't really, it's not like a bold, it's the way the weave of the cotton is. And because it's cotton, it's something I think that will last a very long time. Very flattering silhouette, by the way. And then this one totally made me smile. Women love to find tuxedo tails. This is Moschino Couture, and it's a smaller size. What size is this one? He puts his size labels on the shoulder, US 6. And what's great about this is it not only is a gorgeous cut, but it also uses an element of whimsy, which Moschino is used for, these heart buttons to make it double-breasted, and also on the cuffs, smaller ones. It's a lightweight wool and a great piece for red carpet if we ever have those again, God willing. And then another Jean Varon. We have 2 of these. The cut of the sleeve is divine. It's polka dot. I think it's a cotton, but it feels like the dot is silk screened versus woven. And it's a silhouette that will make anyone's waist look itsy bitsy. We have 2, one in green and one in kind of a burgundy brown. Okay, and when I'm shopping, I said the fabrics are things that I respond to. This 70s peekaboo, I think, or huckapoo label is a takeoff on the artist Erte, 1920s, and then with the Whippet dog. Polyester, fun to wear with the skirt or pants, but once again, this is something that will transcend time. You can wear this for the next 30 or 40 years and it's still relevant. Animal prints? Well, do we have animal prints? And this one's great because it's a little brighter than most. This one is from the 70s. It's like an acetate fabric. It's under $99. It's actually $65. It's from iMagnums. And I hate to use the word classic because I've said it so many times, but it's a classic. Personal favorite of mine are things that are hand embroidered. Probably Eastern European, 1930s, could be late 20s, and kind of shocking that it's this light color and in this condition, because typically when I find things that are like an ivory silk, there's renegade dye bleeding from the threads. This one is in really good condition and the embroidery is wonderful. Kind of reminds me of the Gucci tiger that they did maybe 3 years ago. And last but not least, this Cacharel stretch jersey split sleeve crop top, which I responded to because of the tropical flowers, but this background color really floats my boat. So these are things that, I mean, I'm constantly buying because since we reopened the 1st of August, our internet sales have really increased and our walk-in business, thank God, has been good. So I feel really grateful that you guys are all interested. If you're interested in any of these pieces, please check our website to find out more details. We include measurements as well as price. But if you like this episode, please give us a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do so. We actually hit 45,000 this week, so we're very grateful for your interest. And we will continue to improve and include hopefully content that interests all of you. So that's it for now. Oh, I do want to mention that when we hit 50,000, we are going to ask our viewers to send us photos of themselves wearing things that they acquired from the way we wore. And yeah, that's it for now. So see you next time. Bye.